Let's look at some real world math situations that are linear programming problems, and you'll see why. So, here I have scheduling study time, planting tomatoes and cucumbers, buying supplies on a budget, baking cookies and brownies, making candles and soap bars, side hustle, making phone cases. All of these represent linear programming problems or situations in the real world because you have limitations and you have constraints. You can't do anything and everything and get the best possible outcomes. You're going to have to make some decisions, right? So let's just look at a couple of them. I just picked, I think, 3 or 4 to look at, and then I'm going to show you why it's a linear programming problem. So baking cookies and brownies, your goal or your objective is, okay, how much of each can I bake to get the most money? You having a bake sale. Each cookie takes 8 minutes and costs you $2 in ingredients. Each brownie takes 20 minutes and takes $3 worth of your money for ingredients. You only have 3 hours to do all of this. You only have $35 in your budget for supplies, and you're going to sell the cookies for $5 each and sell the brownies for $8. If you notice, this is a linear programming situation because you have an objective. You want to make the most money, but you also have these limitations. You have time limitations. You have money limitations. You have budget limitations. So you have all these limitations that you take into account. I'll show you what it looks like mathematically, but right now I just want you to go with me. So what would you do? You would get a piece of paper. You would start writing it out. You're like, okay, I can do this many cookies, this many brownies. You start figuring it all out using critical thinking, using problem solving. At the end of all of that, what you're actually doing is solving a linear programming situation. Here's another one. Scheduling study time. How should you divide your time? So you have 20 hours a week for doing homework and studying. Each math assignment, and I just put math, each math assignment is going to take you 2 hours, and each science assignment is going to take you 3 hours. But you only have 20 hours for the week. So how can you make sure that you compensate for each? You say you want at least 4 math assignments done, but you can't do any more than 6 science assignments. Your goal is to get the highest total grade possible. So that's your objective. My objective is I want to get the best grade possible, but here are my limitations and here are my constraints. How can I figure that out? Again, this is a linear programming situation. Taking mathematics out of it, you're going to get your paper, you're going to start figuring it out, you're going to be calculating your time, counting your fingers, looking at the clock, all of that. Buying supplies on a budget. Okay, you have this hat and t-shirt store. Okay, you want to know, well, what's the number of combination of shirts and hats that gives me the most total items in my store? So this one is about having the most products on hand and less about, I guess, making making your profit yet. So it says a student council is buying t-shirts and hats for Spirit Week. T-shirts cost $8 and hats cost $5, but you only have $100 budget. So you have to sit back and say, okay, we want to buy these for Spirit Week, but we only have $100. What can we buy the most of? A combination, one or the other or together, of shirts and hats so that we can have them. And you want to buy at least 5. So you might not be able to get 5 and 5. You got to stay within your budget of $100 and stay under that budget. Okay, linear programming situation. And I'm going to show you mathematically. I just want to show you that this is stuff that you do in the real world. Side hustling. You have a side hustle of making phone cases. How can they make a maximum profit? You want to make these phone cases, which takes you time, supplies, energy, but you want to make some profit, right? Well, if you make 2 types of phone cases, each case requires materials and construction hours, and you have limited material and time. Well, how can you make the maximum profit? Do you say I'm only going to make 20 phone cases and make sure that they look so good and charge a higher price? Or are you going to try to make 50 or 60 phone cases using the limited material and time that you have, and then maybe bring the price down? So you see how that you have to kind of work through